Hi, my name's Chris Scott. I'm a Data Protection Officer for the bunker, also Compliance Lead, and I've been here for now a little over 9 years. The General Data Protection Regulation supersedes the Data Protection Directive that was published in the EU in 1995. As with any directive, that enabled member states to apply their own legislation, and in the UK this was in the form of the Data Protection Act 1998. In 2012, the EU Commission, EU Parliament and EU Council decided there needed to be a better approach to the way we handle EU citizens' information and bring that to the 21st century and the online digital age. This was published then as the regulation in January 2016. And we have until 25th of May 2018. GDPR has one focus, and that is to have a digital marketplace within the EU to protect EU citizens' data governed by one law. So the UK, as with any entity dealing business with the EU or any personal information within the EU, will be bound by the General Data Protection Regulation. If we look at systems 21 years ago and the way we stored data, it's very different to what we do today. We're online 24/7 with our businesses. Now that exposes us to a bigger risk, which is cyber attack. In the UK alone, 27 billion is expended on cybercrime. If you stretch that out to the member states, you can see the extent of that problem. Having GDPR under a regulation ensures there's a one focus in protecting data in the modern age. I think it's imperative that businesses start planning today. It seems a long time away, but the likelihood it's going to impact your contracts. It will impact your governance structure, the people in your organisation. So you need to assess which areas of impact GDPR will have on your organisation. You need to make sure at board level you have the right stakeholders, the right influencers and the right decision makers in place to make those key fundamental decisions on how your business will change. It's going to change a lot of the way we think about our security cultures within the business today. GDPR will change your mindset within your organisation to have a more embedded security culture. What I mean by this is you need to think about how you're protecting EU citizens' data, those extended rights and those accountabilities on you as a data controller or a data process and the role that you play. So you can see now it changes businesses from putting security on the back burner to putting security at the forefront in everything that they do. Under the Data Protection Directives, a lot of data protection practitioners will be familiar with the practices of data controller, data processor or the DPO, the Data Protection Officer. Under the GDPR, this has changed ever so slightly and the accountabilities have changed and the scope of what you need to think about as a data controller process has also changed. If we look at a data controller, so a data controller is any entity that handles personal information. It's down to the data controller if they outsource to a data processor to provide significant enough guarantees that that processor can process that information on their behalf. Under Disclosure Article 31, you need to go through a prescriptive set of actions, engage the DPA and relay information. If it's found that the information, you're non-compliant, you haven't followed the rules or the law, you can be imposed a non-compliance fine. This is 10 million euros or 2% of your global turnover, whichever's highest. If there's a breach, this then gets further extended to 20 million euros and then 4% of your global turnover. So it's a significant impact to businesses. Businesses are urged to seek advice, engage with their data protection authority where they see gaps in their processes or misunderstandings in terms of the regulation. This hard date of 25th of May 2018, it seems a long way away, but you need to start acting now and considering what controls you currently have in place, how you handle data and how you're going to accommodate for those enhanced rights under GDPR.